And once it's building, we can go ahead and play our level. But before we even can play it, in order to get our matinee to play, we first want to come in and do a new event. So with the event, we can do level load, and this is just beginning of level, loaded invisible. Either one of these two will work. I'll just do loaded invisible, and I will play our matinee. So I can right click and do play from here. And here we see our bots moving. But as you notice, some of the bots have changed positions. And it still looks pretty bad because they're cinematic. Our cameras are off now. So coming back into matinee, we notice right when we come in, our one bot here, he is now crouched because we have an animation set later for him to run backwards. So we want to start him off with an animation that is just idle. With this idle animation, he stands up regular until that run backwards animation comes. We also probably want to add an animation to this second bot, so when he gets hit with our shooting event, he also will have some sort of action. So right clicking and adding a anim control track again, we can set him to male idle as well. Once he is shot, which occurs right here where we have our event, we can add a new animation, and wow, there's plenty of ones, but I'll just do this death stinger one here. So once this occurs, he will start falling backwards, which is good. But if you notice at the end of this animation, he's now floating. That's not cool, but we can fix that easily by clicking on him, his bot here, and doing add new movement track. So this movement track says once he starts getting shot, we want him to fall to the ground. We can just push enter right about at 8.3 seconds. So his movement hasn't changed, but right here we want him to start actually falling. So if we push enter again and just lower him down to about where he's going to actually hit the ground, let's just say right here. So now when we play the animation, we notice that he starts falling. And you can play around with it a little bit to get it to start looking right here. I'm going to extend this a little bit so he falls a little bit better. And like that. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's pretty close for now. You can always fine tune later. So if we come out, this is what we have so far. We have our cameras moving at the beginning. Then we're going to pan across here between the two, and he's going to back up, he's going to shoot, and he's going to fall. The one thing that we're missing still is we need some sort of sound. So once this shooting occurs, we want to actually play a sound as well. So if we come back into our Kismet, we can right click and do our new action, and we can come down to sound and we can do play sound. And here it's like all the other ones, they have a certain sound that we can play, in which we have to find in our content browser. And a good sound for this is going to be, oh, I don't know, let's see if there's a shoot, a shock. Oh, that's an animation set, whoops. To uncheck this, let's do shoot. Maybe we could do rifle. Yeah, they have tons of these. So we could do any of these sounds that we want. It's a little long. Let's just do one of these. This sounds pretty good. So we can actually come in now here and we can apply the sound. So once the shooting occurs, we will play this sound, and that'll be it for that sound. So another thing though actually for the sound is that it has to have a target. So our target can be our player. So who's going to hear this, what the sound is. We always usually want to assign this player as it has this all player box checked so you can actually hear the sound. And now if we come here, we can play from here and watch it from our camera view. Now they're all standing up straight. We have that idle form. He backs up and shoots. Since the dummy weapon fire does have a sound with it, we probably don't want to add it again like we did here. So instead of that, let's add maybe some sort of a scream or a grunt, maybe we can say. Whoops, spell it right. And sound cues. Let's just find body impact. That's what we want. So when we actually shoot him, we want to have an effect on the ground. But if you notice, he doesn't actually hit the ground until right about at this time, right where we have the movement down. So we can come to this event here, enter, and say fall. Now we have this fall here. And in order to get rid of these links, we just push Alt and regular left click, and we play this sound. There's our body impact we just put in there. So now if we watch it again, we'll notice that the cathode will shoot and he will also fall. And since the rocket's pretty loud, you won't be able to hear it very well, but he does make a falling sound. So now that we have all these, let's play some background music as well. You can right click here. Actually, you can just control and copy this. It's linked with our player, and we can play this sound. This will be our background music. So let's have let's have some really, I don't know, fun go down mix. Yeah, here we go. So that's what's gonna play for this. And I just need to stop it because it's gonna keep playing. And coming here, we can now attach it. So once the level loads, it's gonna start playing the sound right away. And once we start firing, we probably want to have some effect to end this video, which we will add a camera action, and we will do a fade. So once this is finished, we want to fade, and we want to fade the audio as well. This is a persist fade, so the screen will stay black, and this fade audio will just fade the sound as well. So once that's finished, we want to stop the sound. Alright, so this looks like our Kismet for now. We can try moving the cameras though as well, so we can actually see what happens once he starts moving backwards. Coming back to the director, we can just move it to our starting camera. So here we will play again and see what it looks like. Alright. One thing that you might want to change as well is some of the camera clips, but we will go into the third video on adding maybe some camera techniques to make sure that the camera is looking and how to do some better finding movement. So, thank you.